Hi Aquarius. Ooh. Ace of Pentacles just popped out, so I'm feeling like there is an offer of work coming in for some of you. But to get back to the introduction, this is your mid-monthly August reading. With all the eclipse energy, I thought I would put out some mid-monthlies this month instead of just the monthlies. So here we go. These are the messages for Aquarius. We're going to be having a full moon in Pisces, which is your second house of finance. So it's a great time to shift some fears about money and address your relationship with money and make sure you're not holding on to any negative connotations. As it's your second house of self-worth, it's also a good time to start reaffirmations, making yourself feel positive about yourself, having good body image, having good self-esteem, self-worth. Concentrating on issues like that is going to be very important for you. Growth is going to be very important for you on a personal and monetary level. So let's see what we have for you, Aquarius. Ooh, the devil. Okay. 10 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Oh, Aquarius, what's going on here? And underneath, the 7 of Pentacles. So you guys are stressed. You guys are very, very, very stressed right now. So there seems to be something a little bit off. And I'm sensing that it is to do with this boy, this devil here. Some of you are dealing, first and foremost, for a work situation. Some of you are dealing with a very pushy boss or a control figure who is putting too much stress and too much strain on you. Some of you may be having issues with responsibility. Your rebellious streak might be coming out. You might be trying to fight the authority in your workplace. You might be trying to make something work and you can't get it off your mind. Some of you are being mentally tortured by your own stress, and it's growing and growing and growing in your head. The thing is, oftentimes when we let our thoughts run away with us, they grow into something much larger than they really are, and they become bigger than you. And oftentimes that's not even necessary. Sometimes, I know all problems are different, but there seems to be a kind of... it's like growth in your own mind, so much so that you can't get it out. Like, you can't get it off your mind. I think you're very, very worried about something, Aquarius. And it's making you touchy as well. I think there seems to be an obsessive shadow following you around of someone or something that you just can't let go of. This could be somebody in the past who has possibly been controlling or manipulative, and they've done a lot more damage to your current happiness and well-being than you've maybe liked to admit. Now, what's interesting here with the 7 of Pentacles underneath is that I can see growth, and I can see at least more money coming in for those of you that are stressed about money. But at the same time, with the 10 of Pentacles here, you need to learn to let some things go, because you're fighting a losing battle, taking on everything yourself. Maybe some of you are feeling quite stubborn and you feel like you have to take it all on yourself, but I'm sensing that you don't have to. You have to let some things go. So let's see what we've got under here. I'm going to draw a couple of clarifiers, because there's no way I'm leaving you with those 3 cards. Ah, perfect. The Magician. Let's get one more. Oh, the 8 of Cups. Okay. So, Aquarius. What I'm sensing here is that you guys, the fundamental way to get out of this funk, to get away from feeling overwhelmed, is to escape in your mind. You need to be able to distract your mind from all the stresses, because at the moment they're overwhelming you and appearing to be much bigger than they seem. And it's causing fractures within your personal relationships as well. It may actually be as well, some of you have dealt with very negative relationships in the past and they're affecting the ones that are incoming. You're maybe finding that you're your own worst enemy when it comes to your love life and your personal life, your friendships, etc. And what the magician wants you to do is really gain back a little bit of control over the way that you direct your thoughts. This Eight of Wands to me sounds like you need to direct your thoughts in a more positive direction, because they're aiming for this 10 of Cups. This guy is aiming for 10 of Cups. He's leaving behind 8 because it's not enough. This is all about leaving behind what is no longer enough for you, and also on the flip side, leaving behind what is too much. So too much of the stress and not enough of the good stuff. You guys need to loosen up and have a bit more fun. The summer's nearly over and it's going to be, well, maybe not if you're in Australia, the summer's just beginning. You need to leave behind this unnecessary burden that you've been carrying. Some of you might actually be seeking a therapist or an alternative therapy, something to loosen the load. It's important that you do loosen the load, talk to people, talk to your friends, because I think some of you are really dealing with a lot and it's getting better. That's what's so perfect about the outcome of this with the 10 of Cups here and the 8 of Wands. You're moving towards something much better, but it seems to require leaving something behind. With the Ace of Pentacles popping out so quickly in the reading at the beginning as well, I think some of you may be deciding that where you work is just damaging your health, it's making you unhappy, and it's time to move on to something a lot more fulfilling, like with the 10 of Cups. I really feel like you guys are going through something. And it's been tough because Mars was retrograding in your sign and the lunar eclipse was in Aquarius and the solar eclipse was in your 7th house of partnerships. So everything's been sort of pressurized. You're a ticking time bomb at this point and you need some sort of outlet because it's affecting your relationships with other people and it seems to be for the negative. But I feel like there's one person in particular whose ghost kind of haunts you. It's like someone who really, really, really hurt you, and maybe there's a lot of unaddressed issues in the past. It would be a shame to let the memory of this person fight off more suitable candidates is one thing that I'm noticing. With the 10 of Wands, I feel like you're taking on a lot of the work with the people that you're doing and you're maybe growing a bit resentful. The key here with the 8 of Cups is to let some things drop. Let some things go. And it's an energy improvement. This is what you need most importantly, especially with the Magician here. It's about redirecting your thoughts to something more positive and something more impressive and feeling for the first time in a while like you actually have control over a situation, because you're getting back control over the situation, Aquarius. You definitely are. Some of you have had negative relationships with a Capricorn, or quite possibly a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, but it could be a Gemini too, though the Gemini seems to be, some of you are leaving behind a Gemini. Maybe someone who is very manipulative of your thoughts, and maybe with the Devil I always think of gaslighting. They make you feel bad for something that they did. The 8 of Cups, it's all about leaving behind that kind of crap. And with the 8 of Wands, it's moving in a more positive direction, which takes us to the 10 of Cups. So things are improving. I actually think, because I'm looking at the timing of this, I'm thinking this is more September time. I think things are starting to take off. I think you have some loose ends to tie up, but it's important here with the 5 of Swords to remember that don't blame the people that haven't hurt you for the one that did. It's just something that I'm hearing very clearly. It's don't be blaming the ones around you that do care about you for whatever happened with somebody who wasn't quite right. Because there was somebody here that wasn't quite right, Aquarius, and I think there needs to be a release of them. I feel like you were working very hard to keep them happy and it maybe didn't work and you're feeling very upset about that. It's like they made you feel like enough was never enough. So I'm going to draw a Goddess Guidance card to give you some clarity on the situation, Aquarius, and see what we've got going on. Because don't forget the Ten of Cups at the end. It's just that sometimes when you're in these funks, you really need to address them first. And then change your mentality, change your view on them, change how it makes you feel. Diana, focused intention. Yes, this is exactly what I've been trying to say. Focusing your intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So focusing on what it is that you do want. Focusing on the good stuff, not letting other people distract you. Now, this is Diana. And this is very much So I'm just looking at my little book here about Diana. It says, this Roman moon goddess carries a silver bow and arrow given to her in her childhood by her father Jupiter. So I'm thinking as well with Jupiter, some of you have been dealing with a Sagittarius. She's associated with healthy childbirth, which is good for any of you that are planning to have a baby. Spending time in nature, watching over wild animals, connecting with nature and the elementals. So because you're an air sign, sometimes it's good to just get out into the fresh air. Maybe you need more fresh air. Having more control over certain things in your life. So if you can't control your relationships, try controlling your schedule. Try controlling, like making healthier choices for your body, staying positive, and take action on what it is that you can do. And release the things that you can't. You need to stay focused this month. This is exactly what the cards are saying. With the Eight of Wands, stay focused on your target. If you want this, you have to take the steps to make that happen. And sometimes the Ten of Cups can mean leaving behind the Ten of Wands. It's all about leaving behind that which is not serving you and that which is not working, which I am certain you can do in the last 2 weeks of August, Aquarius. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you want a private reading, you can contact me in the email listed in the description box. And if not, I will see you in September. Bye.